Manchester City have scared me into darkness. They've just beaten Liverpool 3-0. The game isn't even over yet, but I've seen enough. These are dark days. This has not been a good weekend for Arsenal fans like myself. It feels like the Premier League title race has just had quite a sizable momentum shift. Maybe not momentum shift, but it feels a lot more open now than it did a couple of days ago. Not only did Arsenal drop points away at Sunderland, but Manchester City have just beaten Liverpool 3-0. A Liverpool that is, albeit beatable and far from their best so far this season, but a Liverpool that's just beaten Real Madrid and has looked on an upward trajectory of recent weeks. And Manchester City have just demolished them. Liverpool didn't create a thing. Erling Haaland, he is one of the biggest threats to national security out there right now, because I don't know how we stop that man, and I don't know where the destruction is going to end. He is travelling around the country, putting goals past literally everybody. I'm scared. I am really scared. And, a couple of days ago I came on here ahead of the Arsenal-Sunderland game, and I said, if Arsenal beat Sunderland, I'll come in here and say we win the league. And we didn't beat Sunderland. It wasn't like we didn't play well, because I did predict before the game it was going to be our most important and difficult game of the season. And it was. And we dropped points. And that bit is fine. But what I've just watched has given me goosebumps. What I've just watched has convinced me that it's an Arsenal-Man City title race this season. And that doesn't go well, really, for anyone. Whoever is up against Man City, that doesn't bode well at all. Because, if it's an Arsenal-Liverpool title race, they can be a bit emotional. They have flaws sometimes. And I know Arsenal couldn't best them last year, but that was because of their own deficiencies. Whereas with Man City, once they are firing, chasing someone down in a title race, even once they've claimed first and they're trying to protect it, they're a machine. And we've not seen Man City before with this thing up front, Erling Haaland. We've not seen them with him like this. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this, what he's doing right now. It's a freak show. It's terrifying, because it's just an inevitability that he's going to score. And he is carrying them through, but he's taking them through game by game with his brilliance. There was a stat where, hadn't he scored their last 11 goals or something this season? Or he'd scored all but one goal, something like that. There was a ridiculous stat about Haaland's goal scoring proportion for Man City this season. And don't get me wrong, the rest of their team is not bad. Doku has just had the game of his life. I don't rate Doku at all. And he's just done that. That goal, that third goal. Incredible. When he's firing, which it seems like he is, and that's always been the concern, is that he's not had confidence and he's not had end product. But what I've just seen, again, scares me. I'm scared. I'm really scared right now. And right from the off, it was Man City all day. They didn't let Liverpool have a sniff. And, they get awarded a penalty. Rightfully so. Haaland misses it. Wow. You think maybe, shift in momentum in this game. Let's see Liverpool go the other end and cause them some problems. No. Haaland, Nico Gonzalez, and Doku. Three goals. Meanwhile, Liverpool don't create anything. The last I looked, they had an expected goals of 0.14. Man City versus Liverpool. Liverpool had an expected goals of 0.14. This is the fixture that the media hypes up as, the greatest quality of football spectacle there is. Sorry? That was a bumming. I didn't see Liverpool really try. I mean, Konate, my God. My eyes have been on McAllister this season for performing badly and not performing up to his normal standard. But Konate, it is so hard to ignore when you can at least 2 or 3 goals tonight. You look at him and you're like, sorry, what is he doing? And there were so many occasions where it was him that led to a chance for them. I don't know what, I don't watch them week in, week out as intensely as Liverpool fans will. So if there's any Liverpool fans, which I doubt there will be, they're probably not really most inclined to watch this, especially because no one watches my videos in the first place. Maybe they could theoretically fill me in on what's going on there with Konate and just the team in general, because they are not at the races. They are not firing. This is not Liverpool that we saw last season. It is a completely different side. And maybe that is the problem. It is a largely changed side. Arne Slot is now having to build his own team rather than continue what Klopp started. And he's struggling. But title race. City looks scary. Arsenal are currently 4 points clear. You've got an international break. Arsenal go back to Spurs and Chelsea. Man City go back to Newcastle and Leeds. Now look, Newcastle away, although they are not firing on all cylinders, far from it. Newcastle away is the kind of game where we can hope Man City will drop points because it's physical, it's away. They struggle with the same kind of game that Arsenal do. Like we did yesterday, physical away from home in a tough atmosphere. That's what Man City have to go to next week. So we can hope and we can pray that they drop some points. And that's also relying on Arsenal beating Spurs, which we should. I mean, when was the last time we didn't? We really should. But it's scary. And Man City have made a massive statement that it's them that we have to worry about, that it's them that are going to be breathing down our necks, and we don't deal with that well at all. If we had a big gap, which it could have been, 8 points or something like that, 9 points above them, if results went our way this week, then I'd be so confident because there'd basically be no pressure. We'd have a massive lead. But it's not like that. It's 4 points. We have just had probably the most favourable fixture run we're going to have this year. Meanwhile, they've had one of their most difficult. And it doesn't get any easier for us. We've got some very tough fixtures when we go back. Like I said, Tottenham and Chelsea are our first 2 games back. And we've played City at home. And we didn't win. We dropped points. Oh, dear. I'm scared. The difference in my mood towards this title race within the last, 48 hours or, 30 hours has changed significantly. I don't even know if I can still say I think we will win it because I've just watched that. I'm scared. Thank you for watching. Any feedback would be massively appreciated because I don't get many comments. So I would see it and I would take it on board. I'm scared. And I'll see you guys. When will next time be? I guess when I'm going to try to do a couple of videos during the international break. And go from there. Thank you for watching. See you guys then in a bit.